So yeah, so I actually found out about Hugh and Grace last fall. A dear friend of mine reached out, and to be honest with you, I was not really interested initially in the business, but I was very interested in the products and the mission of the company because I have daughters, they're all in their 20s, and they are talking about their hormones all the time. And I just immediately thought, wow, this could be something that they would be interested in. So did a little bit more research, ended up meeting Ben and Sarah, the founders of the company, over a Zoom. Heard their story. So for those of you who are new, you may or may have not heard their story. So essentially they struggled 14 years of infertility. And in that hard journey, they learned a lot about what we put on our bodies and in our bodies and what it can do to us. That was, to be honest with you, a bit shocking to them. They thought they were using clean, non-toxic products and realized that a lot of what they were doing was actually disrupting their endocrine system, their hormones. And so a lot of people hear about hormones and you think, and I should really have Kirsty talk about this because she's so much smarter than I am, but essentially our hormones, they regulate everything in our body from sleep to our skin, to our mood, to our gut. So they're the master conductors of our body. And so we have to be really, really careful with what we're using. And they're really finding that this area of the beauty industry in particular, but it's a growing phenomenon that a lot of what we have been using in this modern day culture has not served our bodies well. So Hugh and Grace is a company really is based off of that, birthed out of that hard space. Ben and Sarah are really creating this lifestyle brand, and they are hoping to bring products, not just, they're starting with skincare. So they currently have a body oil product, a face serum, a night serum, a lip mask. They have body salts, but they are going into other categories. So super excited about this idea of just simple swaps, providing some great high performing products that we can simply swap out. So I love the simplicity of this business. That's what attracted to me. Well, obviously it was their story, but then the simplicity. They've created a great website platform we can share with other people. And as they did their research, they're really finding that this area of hormone health is really becoming the new gut health. So I could not be more excited about what's happening with this company. We are now just a little over a year in. So to be part of a ground floor company is really an incredible opportunity. We do have some information that we can share later. Let's see. Oh, I got to let someone else in here. There we go. We got some founding advocate information that we would love to share. We don't have a lot of time to go into it right now, but it's a really unique opportunity to jump in and to be able to become a founding advocate. So I've loved it. It's been so fun to partner with Kirsty, with Kelly, with our growing team, and of course with Ben and Sarah. So I'm going to pass it to my adorable and amazing and intelligent and beautiful friend, Kirsty McGinnis. And Kirsty, I would love to have you just share briefly, how did you find out about Hugh&Grace and what has you excited about it?
Well, almost 1 year to the day, I was invited to a Zoom call with the founders, Ben and Sarah Jensen. I had no interest in changing network marketing companies. I was doing pretty well in my other company. I had a respectable income coming in, and just was kind of somewhat bamboozled into coming to a Zoom call, and it changed my life. I completely agreed with what Ben and Sarah were doing, and because I too had a history of unexplained infertility. I'm a registered nurse, and so as they started talking about endocrine disruptors and the effect on infertility, I knew that there was something there, because towards the end of my infertility journey, I have a 15-year-old that is my bio child, and then there was 4 rounds of IVF in between her and my second daughter, who came to us through the gift of embryo adoption. Towards that last cycle that I did before I got pregnant with my daughter Liberty, our endocrinologist, our in vitro fertilization doctor, who's a reproductive endocrinologist, had now started talking about being really careful with the personal care products that I was using. And I had a friend that was going through breast cancer, and she came to me with the same story of being told all these things she couldn't use, and yet there was no simple answer as to what she could use. So when Ben and Sarah said they were creating a company that was based on the premise of helping people make simple swaps to products that were free of endocrine disruptors, but also effective, I knew this was absolutely something I had to be part of, and I joined that day. And it has completely changed my life. From thinking that I was doing pretty well in my other company, I've been able to grow to become a director, a founding advocate in Hugh&Grace in 8 weeks, because we are such a remarkable company. Because we're new, there's no market saturation. Ben and Sarah don't have a background in direct sales, so they have thought completely out the box as to how they could help this company be successful, how they could help advocates be successful, how they could help customers have a great customer experience. All of the hurdles and things that I found a challenge in my previous company have been eliminated here at Hugh&Grace. And it has just been an upward trajectory for me. And I've been able to bring people into Hugh&Grace, both people who have direct sales backgrounds like Tammy, but also a lot of people who have never done direct sales before. And because this company is so simple in its mission, in its approach, without difficult barriers, and we have simple systems and pros in place that really help people get running fast. It's been easy for me to grow, easy for the people I have recruited to grow. So for me, it has been amazing. I mean, here I am today, I'm sitting in a car waiting to get onto a ferry. I built this business in around my 2 children that I obviously fought so hard to have, and my family life. And I am about to go on Saturday on a trip of a lifetime. I'm flying business class to Rome, and then we're doing a 12-day cruise. All of it has come from Hugh&Grace. My hashtag, I did this, is what I'm going to be talking about. And Hugh&Grace can help you have that amazing holiday, pay for school fees, maybe your kids' gymnastics fees. It could pay your mortgage. It's up to you how you want this business to fit your life. Do you need a little breathing room in your budget? Do you need it to replace your income? As I said, I used to be a registered nurse, and Hugh&Grace is bringing home more for me than I used to make when I started down from being a registered nurse. So, it's been transformational. I highly suggest that you chat to the person that invited you to this call, or sent you the links to this call. And why don't we let Kelly jump on now and tell you about, she is the Senior Director of Sales and our right-hand support woman. Every one of us sits in the field. And I know she can tell you from a corporate point of view what we have in place that can help you be successful.
So hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled and honored that these 2 amazing, incredible leaders invited, and I see a ton of names. Girls, I know you know me very well, and I am so excited that I see your names on here, because you're an incredible organization and team. But I have been in this business for 20 plus years. I'm sad to say that. Hugh&Grace makes me look this young. And I can tell you my experience with being with startups, with being with very experienced companies that are over 100 years old in this model of business. Hugh&Grace is doing all of the right things, and even more so. So I feel like we are an incredible model, but we're thinking differently. And it's really all comes down to supporting the field. So Sarah and Ben Jensen, I always like to say, are co-CEOs, co-founders, and co-parents to their children, Hugh&Grace. And what I love is they listen to the field, they support the field, they love the field with open arms, and they really believe that all the answers to how we build, how we help you find success are in the field. So being in this industry for 20 years, I can tell you it's an incredible opportunity to jump in at the very, very beginning. This is startup life. So you if you jump in now, you have the ability to have a voice to help us build the company that we are, the culture that we have, the training, the communication. Your voice matters. And I think that if you talk to anyone that is in the organization already in this company, they will share that. So right now is the time. I think both of them mentioned that we are a health and wellness brand based off of three pillars. So personal care products, vitamin supplements, and then going into household cleaning items. So very, well-rounded in that. And we're very gender neutral and very family oriented. And I love that they talked about simple swaps. So when you think about simple swaps and simply swapping out one product, I have 4 kids, too many things going on all the time. And it is really the simplicity of swapping out a couple products and knowing that I'm making a difference in my health and wellness. But I want to tie it back to this business is simple. And that's what Hugh&Grace really, really wants to focus on. We want to make it simple for you to jump in. We want you to feel like it's simple to jump into the training, to the conversations, and really beginning a business that you feel like you can thrive and accelerate. Whether you are staying home with 4 kids or you have a corporate job, we're here for the success that you want and the goals that you want. You have an amazing corporate staff that's ready to jump in and support you, and amazing leaders like some of the leaders that are on this call today. So we're an incredible community. I hear over and over again, our community is special. We're about rising together, lifting each other up. And that's really what Hugh&Grace is all about. So I'm so excited that you wanted to jump in and learn a little bit more information. Right now, we do have the ability with the Founding Advocate program. You can jump in, you can be one of the first that jump into this incredible company and help us build and help and build an incredible business for yourself. So I thank you guys for joining me, and I'm welcome for any questions that anyone has.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Christy, and thank you, Miss Kelly. We did kind of vow to keep it to about 15 minutes, and look at that. We are right about exactly there. I did promise that we could open it up to any questions you have. So if you have anything pressing, if not, you can certainly follow back up with the person that invited you to this call. So I'll pause for just a hot second. It's hard for me to pause. I feel the silence all the time. But if anyone has a question.
I'm not a great pauser either, Tammy.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm so thankful you guys all took a hot second out of your afternoon, your summer afternoon and evening, and we just love sharing this. So please, 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 I'll have the recording so I can share this with you. We're looking for people who want to bring this mission to the world because it's life-giving and on so many levels, from the business perspective to the products to the culture and the team. So thankful and grateful you guys took time. And Kirsty and Kelly, thank you for your time tonight too. I love you all. Have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.